Hi, I'm Stephanie, and this is my husband Steve, and we live in the Villages, Florida. And we thought you might want to know how much it costs to live in the Villages, Florida. We just moved here in October of 2024, and we have our first 6 months of bills that we want to share with you so you can know about how much it would cost to live in the Villages. Now, we do live in a patio villa. It's 1,184 square foot. The price we paid for this house is $317,500. So you have to go by that number for the taxes. Of course, if you buy something that costs less, the taxes are going to be less. If you buy something that costs more, of course, the taxes will be more. And this is a patio villa, so it's one of the smallest houses in the Villages. And so we just want to give you an idea of how much our monthly expenses are. So Steve, what do we have here? We are getting these numbers from the Villages for the current homes and villas pricing cost of living. So the first numbers that Steve tells you are what the Villages said it was going to cost us when we bought. And then I'll tell you how much we actually averaged over the 6 months for our first 6 months living here in the Villages. All right, Steve, what have we got?
The amenity fee, they told us $195, and now they're saying $199.
So these numbers are from September of 24 and May of 25. They changed them. So we paid $195.21 average. Now that was 21 cents more than they told us in the beginning. But when they changed the prices, we are actually paying $3.79 less than what they're saying the May numbers were. Okay, what's next?
The trash collection. In September of 24, it was $22. In May of 25, it's $28.
Okay, we paid an average of $28.64, which was actually $6.64 more than what they had told us back in September. But once they changed the numbers, it's still 64 cents more than what they said in May.
And the average sewer, September of 24 was $40, and May of 25 is $40.
So sewer hasn't changed much. And our average was $39.57, which is 43 cents less than what they said it was going to cost.
And September 24 water was $30, and May of 25 water was $30.
Okay, now I'm not sure. They should be including irrigation with water because irrigation comes with every house, so you got to pay that. But our water, just water, was $29.41, but our irrigation was $12.68 for a total of $42.09, which is $12.09 over what they said it would be.
All right, the average gas and electric, September of 24 was $90, and now they're saying May of 25 is $100.
Okay, we do have both gas and electric, and so we pay both of those. Some people only have electric, but most people, I think, have that gas and electric.
Yeah, most of the newer homes have gas.
Yes.
The older homes up north, a lot of those only had electric.
Right. And our house, the electric bill was $85.33. Now this was through the winter, fall and winter time, so we'll see what it is during the summer here. And our gas bill was $36.51. So that's a total of $121.84, which is $31.84 more than what the Villages said in September, and $21.84 more than what they said in May.
And the gas and electric, if you have gas, what we have is we have a gas tankless water heater, and we have gas oven stove. Mm-hmm. So, and that varies depending on how much hot water you use.
And dryer.
And dryer.
Clothes dryer.
And dryer. Now, it's electric heat, which you don't need a lot of heat here, so the electric heat pumps work good. but depending on how much you use, it varies.
And then what's next?
The insurance. September 24, they told us 80, and in May of 25, they're saying 120.
And we actually got our homeowner's insurance for $83 a month. A lot of people say it's a whole lot more down here, but we didn't find that to be. We came from Virginia Beach. Insurance was high there. So, of course, this is a smaller house than what we had, but it's a quite a bit less in the insurance price than what we paid up there. But that makes it only $3 more than what they had told us originally, and $37 less than what they said in May. So that's a good thing.
Yep.
Of course, you do have to shop around for your insurance.
And now the taxes. The average taxes, they told us September 24 was $232, and May of 25, they're saying $232.
And this is something we haven't gotten our new tax bill for the year, so we're not positive on it, but we went by how they project your taxes, and it looks like ours will be $299.53 a month. And so that is, about $67 more than what they said. So, but of course that all depends on how much you pay for your house and if you have a homestead. We do have the homestead exemption, so it takes $50,000 off of some of the taxes and $25,000 off of some of the taxes. Well, it doesn't take it off, but takes it off, lowers the price of your house for the percentage of how much you pay. And so, also, I want to let you know, our house was 4 years old when we bought it. We did buy a pre-owned house. And so some things will be a little different than if you buy a brand new house. Okay, and what else do we have here?
The development district assessment. In September of 24, they told us 129. May of 25, it's 215.
Okay, and that is your bond, your maintenance tax, and your fire tax. And your bond can be anywhere across the board. So that is one thing you really want to check into when you're buying a house. Our bond had already been paid a little bit, and it had started about 4 years ago. So it is less than the new houses in the villages. But some of the older houses in the villages, there's no bond at all. So it's going to be a whole lot less for you. But our bond is $109.27 a month. Our fire tax is $26.73 a month. And our maintenance on lot tax is $43.66 a month. So that's a total of $179.66 a month. When we bought the house and what they had told us, we actually paid $50.66 more than what they had said, but now we're paying $35.34 less than what they're saying that the bond is. So I would say that's because the new houses have larger bonds, and that is the increase in what they put down.
All right, the totals for September of 24 was 818, and of May of 25 was 964.
And these are the totals that the villages said it was going to cost us to live here.
Yeah.
Our total was $1,020.43, which was $202.43 more than what they had told us back when we bought the house, and $56.43 more than what they said it was in May. So these are, I would say, pretty good averages, but if you're buying a newer house and something that costs more than what we paid, they are going to be higher than that. Now, our patio villa does have a little bit larger lot, and it has a fence around the yard. And so our bond is a little bit more than what the patio villas that they built at the same time
Yeah, the new
Were.
ones, it's quite a bit higher.
Yeah, the new ones are much higher. And so that's one reason ours might be a little bit more than some of the other patio villas built at the same time. But other than that, I mean, these are pretty good numbers. Now, we don't have the AC at 50 degrees. We keep it pretty high, around 76, 77. And it seems fine.
Oh, yeah. That's,
Yeah. And we don't really limit our water use. We use the washer and dryer a lot, the dishwasher a lot,
take long showers.
long showers. So we don't really, in our electric, I try to make sure we cut off lights when we don't need them, but we don't really limit any of that. So it's not like we're trying to be real tight. I did shop around for the insurance, and I thought I got a really good rate for that. And we don't use the irrigation too much. Make sure you find out. We went to a little class that told us that you really don't need to irrigate that much when it's rainy season, because the rain will take care of it.
Yeah, no need to water your grass in the morning when it just rained that evening.
Yeah. So you can turn off your irrigation system until you know it needs it. But you do want your yard to look good, so it is there. And is there anything else you can think of, Steve, that we need to tell everybody?
No, just some of the costs are like the trash collection, the amenity fee, that kind of thing it's set at what it is. It doesn't matter how much water you use.
Right.
Your trash collection's the same. Yep. So some of those are variable and a lot of them aren't. And depending on the taxes, might get some tax breaks coming up.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. But I wouldn't count on it.
No, don't count on it, but be happy if it happens. So that's just our experience living here in the Villages. Is it worth living here in the Villages?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is definitely worth it.
Yeah, if you look at the amenity fee in other areas where they're much smaller and they might have a golf course or two and a couple pools, and their amenity fee is the same or more. Mm-hmm. So, you get a lot for your money for that.
Right. Because we don't have an HOA. We have the amenity fee. And then we have the CDD, which is the bond and maintenance tax and fire tax. So those are things that you're going to pay in your taxes wherever you are. At least in Florida, the bond. We didn't have a bond in Virginia, but I'm sure it was just all put in with our taxes because they were much higher up there also. So we hope that this gives you an idea of what it would cost to live in the Villages. We think it's pretty good, and we like our little house because we have less time cleaning and more time playing. Isn't that right?
Yeah. And the yards are depending on what you get. Sometimes you'll get a big yard and you will probably pay for someone to cut it.
Right.
But ours is small enough. I cut it and do all the yard work. Saves.
Oh yeah,
$50,
$60
a
a month is usually what people would charge.
Yeah.
And of course, all your other bills are pretty much what you would pay wherever you live, like your food, your health insurance, your what else? Gas,
Yeah.
car insurance. I can't really tell you any of that stuff because that just depends. It's very variable. But this is what we have. Did you have anything else to say?
No.
I say, if this is your kind of community, come on out. It's worth it. And no matter what you do, make sure you get out, have some fun, and keep smiling. Bye.